One thing that I don't see very often is people sharing the tools they use to run the company, to run the business, to actually operate the business itself. So today, sit down, relax, stay with me. It won't be too long, I promise. Just keep it short, straight to the point. I will show you specifically what I use to run my business, and everything will be classified in 3 different areas. So we have marketing, we have onboarding for customers, and the last section will be automation. So I will show you specifically how I run everything automated. I will give you all the templates, I will give you all the tools, I will show you how to use the tools so your life can be easier. This was one of the videos that you guys requested, so that's why I'm making it. I think it's useful for you guys to see what I do, what I use to run my company as well. These tools keep changing because if a new tool comes out and is better than the other ones, I just change the tool and I adapt my business as well. So let's jump into it. This is the first section. In the first section, we have marketing. In marketing, I have, of course, this is ChatGPT, and I use ChatGPT to create templates for emails. I use ChatGPT to create copies for my websites if I have to create a website for a customer. Sometimes I just don't want to, reply to a customer, so I tell ChatGPT to reply to a specific use case that I need in that specific case. In this case, it's just an email that I sent to a customer. But one thing that I won't recommend to do is create a specific agent for a specific use case. A technical agent to help you create bots, let's say invoice flow. An agent for contracts or documents, so it can help you create contracts for customers or documents as well. An agent that can help you with copy, an agent that can help you with email, an agent that can help you with business as well, taxes, whatever the case might be. I would recommend create a specific agent so you can go back to that agent and you can just have the agent set up for that specific use case. So the first one, of course, is ChatGPT. Next on the list is Google Sheets. I mean, I know you know about Google Sheets, but I have to mention it because it's super useful for me, for my customers, and it's super integrated with Zapier as well, so it can help me automate everything that I need to know. Right now, I'm building a bot for a restaurant. I will show you in the next videos how this bot helps the restaurants as well. So if you didn't subscribe, so you won't miss my next videos. But I use Google Sheets for almost everything in my business, to save information about customers, to use it as an input to then use it for documents. I will show you in a sec how to use that. But Google Sheet is one of the main tools that I use actually every single day, every single hour. I use it, of course, with Google email, documents, everything related to Google is what I recommend you to do because it's actually super well integrated with Zapier as well. So Google Sheet is number 2. A new tool that you've probably seen already, this is Air. It's a brand new thing that I'm using right now in my company to see if this tool is actually bringing results. So I've just launched the campaign today, and next week in a video I will tell you if this tool is actually working. So right now this Asada outbound agent is making call to customers or to potential customers and try to book appointments. I want to mention one specific thing that's actually a tool that I use related to my calendar, so it can be related to marketing because I can use it to book appointments with customers, is cal.com. So this is a calendar that I use because this one is the one that you can use actually with Air. So what you do, you set up the calendar within Air, and the agent that you create that creates, of course, outbound calls or inbound calls will use the calendar that you can create in cal.com to book appointments with customers. So what it does, it checks if you are available or not, and based on that can book appointment as well. I mainly use for traditional appointments Calendly and Google Calendar. These are the two that I use depending on the customer. Usually Calendly because there's more features built in it, but for some automation Calendly doesn't work with Zapier, so I use the Google Calendar instead of Zapier. So then I have to set up specific automations for the calendar to then send reminders to customers, because if you set up a meeting with a customer, it's always good to send them reminder 24 hours before, 10 hours before, 15 minutes, 5 minutes before, so they know that the meeting is there, and if they can attend the meeting, they actually reach out to you and ask and tell you, hey, I can't make it for the meeting, let's reschedule, or wherever the case might be. So I want just to mention cal.com because it's related to Air. So this is one of the marketing tools that I use to now do outbound calls and see if it actually works. So I will tell you in the future if this is the case. Related to marketing, again, I have this tool. This is called Instantly. This tool, the only reason actually I use this tool is the lead finder feature that you have over here. So from here, you can search for specific leads on specific, you'd say, location or industries or keywords or domains or company name, whatever. You can just list it here, download your leads, and start sending campaigns within instantly. I already did a video on instantly on my channel. If you didn't, go back and watch the video because I go more in depth on this specific tool. But this is related to marketing. I do marketing emails from here, campaigns as well. And this is a tool that I actually use to get phone numbers into air to then create outbound campaigns to call leads. So this tool can work together. So these are the main tools that I use for marketing. Of course, there are all different tools out there that you can use to do the same things that I'm doing here, but these are the ones that I've tried and I like the most for what they offer. For me, for what I do related to the AI automation, this is what I use to try and get new customers. Second section of the tools that I use is the onboarding for customers. What I mean, onboarding. When you get a new customer, you need to set up things to make your life easier. If you have to reach out via email, asking for information, asking for specific documents, or to sign the contract, or whatever, it's just frustrating and it takes a lot of your time to do it. So you can automate everything, and now I will show you exactly what tool I use. I try to automate as much as I can in my business. So the first tool that I use that I want to mention is this one. This is called Basecamp. Basecamp is a tool for you and for the customer. So what you can do, you can create a project, it's called, and can have the name of the customer. I will show you later how can you automate everything. And on here, you can send messages to the customer, so you have a direct chat with the customer instead of wasting your time via email. You can upload documents if the customer needs to send you specific documentation, pictures for campaigns, whatever the case might be. You can do it in here as well. And one thing that I actually like is called to-dos. So you can create for the customer a specific to-do list, so the customer is not always asking you, hey, what are we doing here? Hey, what is the progress on this? Hey, why I'm doing this? So the customer has everything. One thing that I want to mention with this specific tool is, of course, our beloved voice flow. Why I'm mentioning this? Because for the automation aspect of the business, I don't want to have people and I don't want to pay people to do customer service. This is my choice. It is something that I don't want to do, because usually if you work correctly, customers are always asking the same exact questions. So what I do is create a specific knowledge base for the specific use case. So let's say I'm creating a bot for the restaurant that have specific features. I create a knowledge base for that specific bot. So if a customer has a specific question, what I do, I create a bot for that specific customer that he can use to ask questions. So I don't have to reach out to him or her and explain everything that I'm doing, because the only thing that I want to do is work, create the tool, and make the customer happy. That is the only three things that I care about, and creating better product each time. But one good thing about this is that when you have your own bot for that specific use case, you can use that bot for other customers. So if you're creating a bot that takes appointments for an accountant, that is the same exact thing for each accountant that will use the same bot. So you will create a specific bot, you get the link, you go on Google sites. I showed you in previous video how to embed a bot in Google sites. If you didn't, you can go back and watch the video, but you just share the link to them. You don't need to buy a domain for that, because that is just for you and the customer, so they can keep using the bot. You have everything set up and you don't have to waste your time sending emails back and forth with the customer. So I just want to mention that into the onboarding process, because it's useful for you and for the customer. But to manage everything, I use this tool. It's called Basecamp. In relation to the onboarding, of course, we have DocuSign. Now I've created just a simple template here just to show you how the interface looks like. You can create contracts in here. So again, I go back on ChatGPT. I ask to create a specific contract for a specific customer. I have a default template that I use, and then I create based on the customer. I will share that in my Discord as well. So if you didn't, click on the link below so you can have access to the contract as well. So you can use that in your company. It's for free. You don't need to pay anything. My Discord is free, so you don't even have to pay for that. So here I create contracts, and what I do, I then automate everything to send the contract to the customer, so he has to sign the contract, and I don't need to wait for him or her to sign the contract or maybe scan the contract. You'll be surprised how many people don't even know they can sign contracts online. With this tool, super simple, because they can just go on here, sign the contract, and you're done. Everything is set up, and this is done. So you don't have to, waste your time chasing the customer for the contract, all the other stuff that we don't want to do as business owners. And this is the last tool that I use to put everything all together. So again, we use ChatGPT with Google Sheet, Voice Flow, of course, to do anything that we need to do for bot, collect information. I sometimes use Voice Flow as well for customers. So instead of me and sending an email, you can set up an automation. So every time a customer pays you, you can then redirect them to a specific bot that you can create just to collect information. If you want me to do that, I can create another video, because I don't want to go too in depth in here as well. Otherwise, this video will be 45 minutes. I just want to give you simple and straight to the point information. But let me know in the comments if you want me to create a bot that can collect information so that you can use it as well in the future. So I use Voice Flow. I create the automation to collect the information from the customer, Basecamp to organize everything from me from the customer, and DocuSign to sign contract or whatever the case might be. Of course, if you need to do anything legal, just reach out to a lawyer. It's better. It's just to make sure everything is fine before doing something that then is not 100% legal, or you forgot to add a specific section in the contract. Just reach out to a lawyer. You just pay the lawyer once, and you have the template that you can then use for other customers as well in the future. And for marketing, we have Air, as I was saying. Instantly is the main one, and Call.com, Calendly, Google Calendar to book appointments and manage appointments as well. And everything is put together with this. This is Zapier. So now we are the last part, the automation part of my business. So first thing that I want to do is set up everything every time for every customer. So what I do here, I have a specific Zap that can collect information from a Google Doc. So how you can set up this as well. So I will show you. So you set up the trigger saying, every time a new row on Google Sheet is created, create a new project, so a new interface for the customer each time. So let's say a customer just paid for the service. I redirect the customer to my Voice Flow bot that has the only purpose to collect information, to upload information on Google Sheet. I already did a bot like this before. Again, if you want me to create a specific bot for this, let me know and I'll do it in next videos. So the bot collects the information and add a new row in Google Sheet. Once that is created, this triggers a new project in Basecamp with the event for my company, for the company name in this case. So let's say Test Inc. in this case. As you were seeing here, this is the AI automation for Test Inc. in this case. Now it's just blank because I didn't add. I just want to show you in this video how it works, because I want to show you other information for my customers. So this is just a template that I've created. So we create a new project. This is a new customer, so a new project for a new customer. And after that, we send an email with the contract to the customer to sign. So what happened here? I collect the information from the customer. I create the project in Basecamp, so the customer already did the onboarding process and all the information is already there because the bot requested the information from the customer. And once that is completed, Zapier sends an email to the customer with the DocuSign link to sign the contract. So after this automation is complete, I have the customer, I have his information, and I have the contract signed with a specific dashboard for that specific customer. So this is the main dashboard. Now I can't show you all the names because for privacy, of course, but this is how it looks like. Then you go in a specific, let's say this case is Test Inc. You go here and you see the information here. You can actually add, welcome messages as well if you want to. Again, if you want me to go in depth and explain this to you, let me know and I'll do it. So this is pretty much it. Of course, this is just an overall and not at all specific list of tools. You can go more in depth and use more tools and automate more processes, but I don't want to overcomplicate things, especially for people that are just starting maybe with their first company. I've been doing business now is around 7 years on my own, and I did business in all different countries and on different niches. I did e-commerce with Amazon. I did all different things. I've learned during these years which tools to use. I used other tools in the past that didn't work out for me. This is just what works out for me. The best thing you can do for your company is to create an overall idea, okay, what I'm doing or what I need to do or what I don't want to do, so you can try and find a way to automate that specific process. And each company usually has three main areas, so marketing, onboarding for customers, and then you have automation. Of course, then you have all other tools for accounting, QuickBooks, all these different things, but I don't want to go in specific in that because other people might use other tools. Other countries that might don't even know about QuickBooks. Let's say when I had my company, for example, in Spain or in Ireland, they didn't even know what QuickBooks was. And when I came here to Canada, that was a tool that everybody was using. So each country might have specific tools. So that's why I want to give an overall idea on these specific tools, because these ones are the ones that can be applicable to the vast majority of you out there trying to create a sustainable business for the company. Everything that I mentioned today will be linked in my Discord below, free. We don't pay for anything in this channel, so you go on my Discord, just join it for free, and you will find the information under the resources tab on Discord. Let me know in the comments questions if you want me to go in depth on specific processes, and I will make videos for you guys as well. If I see a lot of comments on a specific thing, I will make the video on that specific topic. So if you didn't, and if you like this content, give it a like. It helps the channel a lot. Subscribe and share this video with other people that have companies that maybe they don't know what tools to use. With that said, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We are growing. I'm super happy about that. And I see you next week with a brand new video.